week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready. 10-2 soft. Protein spill. Coming to you. Go.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now this time, Breeze will throw. Open man, it's Keith Kirkwood. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
Keith Kirkwood started to work his way into the rotation midway through his rookie season. Undrafted out of Temple, had his first catch against the Cincinnati Bengals, and really came on in the late season. A couple of touchdowns in the regular season, and one more for good measure in the playoffs. Keith Kirkwood's future is bright.
12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
The goal for offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. To throw, it's Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Breeze going to throw. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
Clearly, every time the Saints put together a game plan, they plan to get Michael Thomas involved early and often. 125 catches in 2018, the most in the NFL. Not bad for a kid at Pop Warner football that only played the minimum number of plays every game.
12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense. Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. Here's Breeze. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Now Hill. And all the gamble fails. It's incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And this crowd loves it as their guys hold on the opening drive. Greer and the Panthers set to go 1st and 10 at their own 26. This is Corey Clement, the 3rd-year back from Wisconsin. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Matchbox lights. Check, get it.
Play action. It's Greer. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. A big play there for Carolina. 51 yards. Operating in the red zone now, Greer. And this one's incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore. That'll bring up second down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to go back to Moore there, but now it's third down. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after it one more time.
Greer looks to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Breeze. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Now Breeze on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Saints on 4th down last year, 13 of 16, second best in the league, and they'll try it here.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And the magnitude of this game, everybody knows it. The fans, obviously the players and coaches, there's just with them a palpable buzz right now. They know they control their own destiny.
Win and you're in. And I think every player wants that. I think every coach wants that. I haven't been an organization yet that wants to be in a game where they have to rely on other teams to get them to their goals. In this situation, it's very cut and dry. Win and you're in the playoffs. That's their mission. That's their challenge. And you know they've chosen to accept it.
And what they told us is this has been the most focused week of practice we've had all year. You wouldn't expect any different.
Yeah, and you know, at the beginning of the season, you have multiple goals. They just have one now. Win the game.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Greer. Room here to run. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Graham Gano on for the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Breeze now. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills.
Complete to Kenny Stills.
I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
So they wound up passing on a long field goal try, but that works out for them really well. That one's down inside the 5-yard line.
And it's risky because your punter, if he puts it in the end zone, the net result not worth it, but there, I think worth it. Now it's Clement, and he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, Clement. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Go. Hey, Delta. Go.
Greer on 3rd down. He gets it to Thomas. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Ian Thomas got pressed into action early his rookie season as all-pro tight end Greg Olsen went down with an injury. Ended up with 36 catches, and they definitely see him as the future once Olsen decides to hang it up and maybe become a broadcaster.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Hey, wahoo!
Back to the air. Greer on 2nd down. And that is incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target. But now it'll be 3rd down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
And he'll find Hall. Call that a very strong gain of 24. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Hey, tighten down. There you go.
Greer on 1st down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hall. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a 1st.
Come on, set. Turn to stop. Hey, Alpha. Come on. Shoot.
On 1st down, it's Greer. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Gano the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
From the 30 on second down, Breeze. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
It's a gain of 8.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. So as they take it over, we step aside. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will be taken at the 13. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They fake the handoff, now Greer. And he's got the hook up to Moore. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Rankins able to record his 5th sack of the season. Another try after the first down sack. Greer. And Thomas has it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
That's good.
47 is the mic. 47 is the mic.
First down, Greer. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A carry for Clement. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Check, 47. You must be getting tired of seeing me. Hey, seam 6. Mike's 47. 5.
From the gun on 3rd down, Greer looking deep downfield and unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force.
And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, it looked like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big stop. It's complete. Stills. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. Nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
There goes a deep ball into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley, the rookie from Delaware. Trying to get it that time to Stills.
60 outlaw.
They'll begin on the ground with Clement. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
56. Rock it. Buzz. Watch out. Ready?
Here's Greer now on 2nd down. And he fends it under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now Breeze. And Stills bringing it in. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. From midfield, here's Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
3rd and 2, Greer. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. Now a first down throw. Greer. He's going to look deep for more. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Now the pass hauled in by Kenny Stills. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
Ready. 95-56.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it up.
Now Breeze lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Going deep here for Stills. He rifles one that's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 67 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone, and he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive or no? You just, oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way to the opposite 45. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 42 yards.
First down, Saints.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Shotgun now for Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Breeze finding Kamara. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Breeze now to throw. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Breeze. And he finds Stills, complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Saints get a bit closer. Now Breeze will bring the Saints offense up to go for 2 here.
Right here.
Now Breeze again. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Nasir Adderley, the rookie from Delaware. And a short return to the 6-yard line. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This one taken from the 7. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4. Here's Greer. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Hey, exit.
4-7's the mic. 4-7's the mic. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
Deep grip.
On 4th down, Greer. He's got him in. Complete. Touchdown, Carolina. Deion Kane, 79 yards. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Gano the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 23. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. On 1st down, Breeze. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a pickup of 13. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Breeze. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. To throw, it's Breeze. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. It doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. The Saints do snap it. It's Breeze. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Brian Burns. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position.
18 games. 37. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Hey, wahoo. 2.
On 1st down, it's Greer. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Greer. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended receiver there, Ian Thomas, and it's 3rd and short. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Going to go to Clement here out of the backfield. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 18. It's a Carolina 1st down. On 1st and 10, Greer. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little pass.
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
But, partner, anytime someone tells me that fundamentals are leaving the game, I'm going to show them this play because they couldn't get to the passer. So what do you have to do? Get your hands up in the passing lane, and they batted it away on a 3rd down attempt.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Hey, Charlie. 56, Mike, 56. All day, man, go.
They snap it to Greer. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. A 20-yard touchdown as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Breeze. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Will Lutz on for the point after. Now that shaves a bit off the lead. It's now a 23-point game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. All of a sudden, they have quite a bit of breathing room. This was a one-score game, but touchdowns on their last two drives, and now comfort is here, so to speak.
It certainly is for them. I've been in this situation before on the flip side of this. And while what's going on there is a little bit of finger pointing. Hey, what's going on? How can we stop it? Can someone make a play to try and stop this momentum?
Well, they're going to be ball hawking because they need a turnover on that other side. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Panthers on third down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Hey, team 6. Team 6. Ready?
Throwing on third down, Greer. And he'll find Hall. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain of 32 that time. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. First down, Greer. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
4-7's the mic. 4-7's the mic. Rabbit.
Hey, 5-7.
Check mic 47. Check mic 47. I'm going.
Operating in the red zone now, Greer. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Hey, Echo.
Throwing now, Greer. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked.
Hey, box drop.
On 3rd and long, here's Greer. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will make the lead now 26. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he'll get this just up past the 20, but a marker is down. Let's get the call. Now, this is going to put him back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. It's a 69-yard punt. 69 yards. Wow. And out will come the offense as they take over.
26-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense can crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
I'm ready.
I got you. I got you.
Go. Hey, Delta. Now.
And Greer's going to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
You got to be ready. Hey, exit. You're scared of it. So go.
To try again after the sack. Greer. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
70, Indy.
Pick it up, TJ. Touchdown. 56. Mike, 56.
From the 50, here's Greer. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed